We are up to round 17 of the Jersey Flegg Cup as our Warriors travelled over to take on Manly. And these highlights are brought to you today by warriorsanonymous.co.nz. It's the online store where you can get everybody sorted for the whole whānau. Men's, women's, kids, babies. We got everybody right there. So head along warriorsanonymous.co.nz and get yours today. Now let's have a look at the highlights. Brought to you by Bar TV Sports as our Warriors went over to take on the Manly Seagulls on their home track at 4 Pines Park, or as it's traditionally known, Brookvale Oval. The Wars running out in their white uniforms and kicking things off. Manly would take first possession of the ball. A couple of returns for the Warriors out in the centres today. Ngana Tatafu Vake, the number 3, and Patrick Moimoi in jersey 4. So some real firepower returning to the Wars stocks. How would they get on? Well, let's have a look and see. Manly hit the attack button nice and early first. Charlie Boyle, the 5'8", with the run here. And the kick out of dummy half from TJ Herring. Rolling. And it goes dead there. Well watched at the back by Kalis Paul Putoko. Coming back from New South Wales Cup duties last week. Had a stunner in the Cup. And now he's back at fullback for the Warriors in Jersey Flegg. More attack coming here for Manly as Boyle puts up this kick. Floating up high for his winger. It comes back. Well defended there in the end by the Warriors. And they would get possession to try and take things up the other end. What could they do with it? Well, they give it off to the Energizer Bunny, Junior Sikulvert. A couple of great runs from him last week. As always, got a try as well. And Jack Thompson gets wrapped up on the follow-up run. Play it right on the 30-metre mark here. Across they come to Maui Winitana Patele Seal. Another inclusion. Puts up the kick into the hands of Brendan Norris. And he gets it inside to Alvin Chong Nee. Great start there from the Warriors. Wasn't a lot going on in terms of the attack. Mid-range kick here from the 30-metre mark from Winitana Patele Seal was a good one. Look at the work here from Brendan Norris. Times his run. He's been doing this a lot too. He's a gun in the air. Gets it back inside and Chong Nee is right there to get the Warriors on the board there. 4 points to 0. Now let's have a look at a bit more attack coming as well. JD Aulaw, the captain in 14, goes to the blind side with Thompson. He goes short ball. Here's Patrick Moimoi. Good to see him back in the number 4 jumper there. Played back to Aulaw and another kick coming up from Thompson. What's to go here? Well, goes straight again to Brandon Norris. He goes up, taking the high ball with absolute aplomb. You notice he's a little bit shorter than his opposite as well, the other winger. But Norris is getting right up there. Timing the jump, hands up, and gets another 4-pointer. 8 points to 0, nice and early days here. Good start for the team, and Norris tried to add the extras onto his try, and he'll do that as well. So 10-zip, wonderful start. Manly needing an answer back here. They go to the 5'8", Boyle. He's dragged down on the last tackle as they come across to Dowell, the captain. He'll put it high once again. Chase is coming through. Just doesn't quite go to hand there. Warriors making hay with their kicks while Manly not getting the job done. Offload here, out to Sikulvert, Putoko, out to Chong Nee. Gets the legs pumping there, takes it into contact and plays it about 40 metres out from the Seagulls line. Now across to Ravosai. Imosi Ravosai doing a good job on the front row past few weeks, coming on well. Got some size to him for sure. Blindside play here, Winitana Patele Seal with another short ball. Moimoi just about breaking through once again. Quick play of the ball, out to Aulaw. Winitana Patele Seal. Here comes Thompson with the kick, looking for Norris. He goes up. Causes problem once again. And the Warriors will get a repeat set off the back of that. And here's JD Aulaw starting to cook. Shrugs away from one. Putting the defence into all sorts of problems here. So they come across for Jack Thompson. And he comes back up the middle. Got 6 more tackles. He ain't going to need that. Over he goes. Dots the ball down. Good try for Jack Thompson. Getting his first 4-pointer in Jersey Flegg Cup footy. Definitely one to watch, this young fella. He just spotted a gap up the middle, filling in the number 7 jersey today as Jet Cleary went up to New South Wales Cup. That was a bit of a Jet Cleary-like run there, to be fair. Great stuff from Thompson. Manly trailing by 16-0 at home. The locals, home crowd in behind them. Can they get something going here? And they give it off to the number 11, Max Haley. He goes over the line, but excellent desperation defence. Warriors holding firm. They come across with the kick, though, to the right-hand side. And it gets put down by the number 12. Kurt Fisher gets his hand on it. Referee's happy with that. On the last tackle, it was a good option here from the captain, Callum Dowell. Threaded the needle and well put down at the end by Fisher. Just beat the dead ball line there. Seagulls on the board. Warriors. Can they try and answer back with some more points of their own? About half an hour into the game here as Vake goes for a run. Nganata Duffel Vake. He looked good in the half that he played. Both he and Moimoi would come off in the second half, so not sure if that was injury enforced or part of the rest rotation, getting them back used to the match fitness. But the Warriors come left. And here is the number 17, Etawate Fukufuka, fighting with them. The middle forward gets it back here. Our Law goes out of dummy half. And they hold him up. Dots it down at the end. Referee says nope. He'd already called it held up. So they get the ball off to Tepatasi Lamaleli, the Mountain. Onto the field from the bench. Next play across it comes. Sigulver, Thompson. Short ball to Moimoi. He gets it around to Winitana Patele Seal. And Maui Winitana Patele Seal finishes off a well-worked movement down that left side for the Warriors. High fives all around. Let's have a look on the WA replay. It will show it. Sigulver, first receiver. Then to Thompson. Gave the ball out to Moimoi. Shrugged away from one and got the offload free there. Good backing up. As Winitana Patele Seal gets over for a 4-pointer. The young halves combination in this game doing a good job. A few minutes later, good dart out of dummy half from Jericho Filipe Dalisau. Gets it away to that man Norris. Brandon Norris hits the gas. Beating a tackler there. Getting back inside. This could be something amazing. The ball goes forward though. Brilliant stuff. What a run from Norris. Defence got across and held him out, and the Warriors are leading 20 points to 6. Good half a footy from them. We'll have to watch how the second half goes though, because they have had the odd collapse in them earlier in the year. Hopefully that's not the case here. Seagulls come across on the last tackle. Boyle's going to put it nice and high. Chase is coming through here and gets picked up. And back to that man, Kurt Fisher, the Fisher King. Gets in for a second try. Off the lead-up work, it was well done by Benjamin Taylor, the winger, out there on the right side. The kick went up right into the tricky area near the line. Taylor got up and just sweeping around there was Fisher, and he got around to the corner. Important play for Manly, bringing it back to 20 points to 10. Feeling the flow here early in the second half as Laiafi takes it in to contact there. He'll play it back, the big front rower. Comes across Dow looking for runners. Boyle. Short ball on the outside. They could have a chance here. It's more than that. Around goes the number 2, Karam. Zachary Karam goes over. And we have got ourselves a ball game. Let's have a look on the WA replay again. Dow, show and go there. The one hand, and also good play there by Boyle. The halves just shoving the football and then eventually shifting it wide, creating space. And Karam sweeps it around to improve the position. It's 20 points to 16 now. Hello. And Fisher, more Kurt Fisher. Got himself 2 tries already, wanting another one. Another try, of course, would give them their first lead of the match. Here comes the kick. Off the boot of Dow. Comes back from Karam. Second kick now from Boyle. This one's nice and deep on the other side, and it gets knocked back into the hands of Taylor. Benjamin Taylor back inside to Fisher, and he's got a runner on the inside there. That's Campbell Munn, and what a try. 2 kicks. Great chasing. Wonderful link play. And that is a massive play, all right, for the Seagulls. They're absolutely over the moon. Here's the first kick from Dale, hung up. Warriors hung back on it. And then good quick thinking there from Charlie Boyle. Puts this one nice and high near the try line. Gets bumped back. Taylor again tried for the corner. Knew he wasn't going to get it. And flicked it back inside to Fisher. And good support. They were queuing up here. Wonderful try. 20 all. And they'd had the kick as well to go ahead 22 points to 20. Warriors needing a bit of a play to try and change the momentum here. The kick goes back to the winger Karam and he gets drilled by Sekulvea. Junior Sekulvea providing the energy, gets up, hammers him and forces the error. Could that be the spark that the Warriors need to get going in the second half? Well, give it off to the man mounted, see what happens. Lau Malili. Must be worried when they see him coming from the bench. Come across to the right, Sekulvea getting more involved as well as the year goes on. Here's Putoko on the outside to Kappa, but the ball has gone forward there. Just losing a little bit of fluency in attack. They keep coming though. Here's Imosi Ravosai. Belligerent run from him, loving that. As they come across from Winitana Patelesio, looking on the inside. This is Chongni. Warriors get 6 more tackles here. As Felipe Dalisao looks for a runner. It's Imosi again. Ravosai. Putting in the hard yards, alright. It's the big middle forward. He'll play it back to Felipe Dalisao. Back it comes to Junior Sekulvea. Spots something up the middle. And goes back towards the ruck and scores. Sharp play from him. You can see the confidence levels rising. Talented footballer. And just saw the little gap up the middle there. He saw daylight. Ran towards where the referee was hanging out. And drives over. Made it look pretty easy in the end. That's a big play. 26 points to 22. The Warriors ahead into the final 10 minutes. And here's a great run. What a tackle. Presley Sel Manutinga 4 getting across here with the absolute try saver. Incredible stuff. Dowell, halfback, looking for options. Manly thought they were in for all money there. Played back to Herring. Cut out past to Boyle. Looking on the outside, here's another grubber kick. Well covered off at the back there. Kahu Kappa onto the field. Out on the wing, the right hand side, and he does well there. Here's a long kick off. For one of the forwards to wind it up, and he gets hammered. What a hit there. Oh boy, Joseph Stocks got rocked. Huge hit. The Warriors forced a turnover. They'd move upfield with a couple of minutes to go here. 4 minutes to go, in fact. There's a little bit of a differential between the game clock and the stream clock. The ball comes off to Fukufuka. Eduardo Fukufuka. Still going. Gets up, goes again, shrugs away from 1, shrugs away from 2. Gets near the line, but the ball goes astray. Warriors wanting that one last play to put the game to bed. They're not going to get it there though. And Manly, they survive. Now Manly will move upfield and get a turnover as well. Here goes Boyle. Gets the ball away, but that ball goes forward. Does anyone want to win this game? My goodness. Manly, that was their last chance at it. Because the Warriors, they get a bit messy at the end here on the last tackle. But that would be all the time that there was. The hooter would go. The Warriors hang on for a 26 points to 22 win. After going down by 4 points to the same team back in round 2 next week. They'll take on the Kaibiti Silktails back at North Harbour Stadium. So catch the highlights right here on Warriors Anonymous, and of course the live stream coming at you on Bar TV Sports midday New Zealand time next week. Until then, good win. Up the Waz. Go the Warriors.